After the Fact, Part 6, Physical Magnetism. So, as he continued to drive, he went on with his story, stating that his wife would be moving out soon and that he'd had a strong attraction to Joan since the first time he saw her working in the store. He then told her he wanted to see her again and apologized again for bringing her to his apartment without telling her about his soon-to-be ex-wife, as he put it. She was completely mad, and she was even madder because she wanted him. She felt like her head was spinning when he finally pulled up to her apartment. She began to think about it and decided that this affair would be temporary. She convinced herself that she would not fall in love with him. She turned to him and told him this, and he said okay, and then asked her when he could see her again. She hesitantly said, "Call me." She was feeling very torn and rotten about the whole thing. She hated the idea of being with someone's husband, but he did say they were separating. Charles called her the next day at the store, and Joan told him not to come there. She was really wrestling with her feelings about this. She had been starving for that feeling that he gave her after she had just gotten out of the most sexually frustrating relationship she had ever been in. So now here she was sweating over a man who had made her see stars in one of the most climactic orgasms she had ever had. And his ass is married. Damn. When she left the store, there he was, as usual, sitting there smiling. She melted and walked right over to his car. "What are you doing here?" "I had to see you." She felt all tingly inside, something she hadn't felt in years, just standing there talking to him. "This is a curse," she thought to herself as she found herself climbing into his car, where they eventually embraced and had the best kisses in the world, as he put it. Off to a sleazy short-stay motel they went. She decided that she could keep her distance better if she didn't let him come to her apartment. But she did finally give him her phone number that night. And this went on for months. And although she was not proud to be a mistress of this man, she realized after learning more about him that she did not want him to leave his wife because she was afraid that he would want to move in with her. She had no desire to take this man on full time. The more she found out about him, the more she realized that she could never encourage this man to leave his wife. Charles was his wife's problem, and she was not willing to bring this mountain of issues into her life. He had a mountain of back child support that he was paying on, which meant he was usually broke because he didn't make that much money to begin with. The problem was that there was something about him that kept her drawn to him, especially in the safety of her buffer zone. The buffer zone being her refusal to give him a key to her place or to allow him to come there much. Charles asked her for a key once, but she told him no and said that he could not have a key as long as he was married.